I'm not going to pretend that everything goes perfectly when I cook at home. And you'll be the first to know, because there's no point in me posting something hiding the fact that it didn't actually turn out the way I wanted it to. Now, this will probably be pretty obvious that it didn't turn out well. My name's Eimear, I'm a chef and I make all the basics from scratch. I run my kitchen just like a professional one. Weekly inventory, I write a menu and only buy exactly what I need so I don't overpurchase or overspend. And then I share that information with you. Now, when I did my big shop last week, I bought a kg of minced beef and I wanted to use half of it to make a lasagna and then the other half to make a cottage pie. With all of my recipes I've shared this week, I've also shared the costing on the dishes. But when I was costing this, I didn't actually include the white sauce because technically I did take the full cost of making the white sauce into account when I made the bacon, cabbage and Colcannon. So when you look at the costing below, it only includes the cheese that I added into this white sauce later. Kill two birds, one stone. I decided to brown all my beef together and then divvy it up into two so I could use half for the bolognese and then half for the cottage pie. This was truly the most thrown together bolognese I've probably ever made. If you're looking for a bolognese recipe, I do have one on my page not too far down. Now you can absolutely make white sauce or a bechamel, whatever you want to call it, ahead of time like I did. But it's handy to know how to reheat it without actually splitting it, which is the fat separating from the sauce. Add a good splash of milk into a bottom of a saucepan. Turn the stove on medium heat and you're just going to slowly warm that milk. This could also be referred to as scalding your milk. Then you're going to add in your white sauce. I'm also adding in my leftover parsley sauce from that dinner. Just give it a really good whisk until it becomes smooth. Now, of course, this is going to be slightly looser than you want it to be because you're after starting it with that milk. You also want to take into account that you're also going to add cheese now, which is going to naturally thicken it. If it is still too loose like mine was, you can also just reduce it a little bit more, leaving it on the stove and just cooking it low and slow for a bit. I had cheese that needed to be used up, so I used a mix of cheddar cheese, cream cheese and goat's cheese. Now the issue actually wasn't the flavour of this dish because the mixture of those cheeses, lads, was absolutely amazing. The dish I used was too big. I didn't have enough bolognese to compensate for that. I added way too many pasta layers for some weird reason, so it was just a bit dry. The next day when I was eating the leftovers, I heated some up in a frying pan and look how moist that looks now. So not a total flop, like. Go on, pop the kettle on and get cooking. Slán!